Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Tuesday, September 23rd, 2014. Thank you for tuning in. So let's take a look at the futures here to start off the day. And you're going to see that the S&P 500 E-mini futures are trading lower by about 8 points, right around that 1979 level at the moment. You can see they're starting to get a little bit of an uptick here, but nonetheless, futures are lower before the opening bell. One thing you will notice today is that the dollar yen is selling off. So the dollar yen, which has been really roaring and soaring, has really rolled over through the overnight session. It is off its worst levels, but not by much. So dollar yen is weaker. That definitely is hurting the markets. That should help gold, and we'll get into gold in a little while. It looks like gold is up decently. But dollar yen is trading down. Whenever that happens, you always look for the stock markets to be a little bit on the weaker side, and that certainly is the case when we look at the S&P 500 E-mini futures here, which are down about 7.5 to 8 points this morning. So all in all, there's a lot of news out here. The big news of the day really is the President Obama is putting in some type of stopgap here for this tax inversion, meaning companies that are based in America will create a foreign address. This way they could have a lower tax base, and he has thrown a monkey wrench into that. So if when you look at the markets now, there are a lot of stocks that are being affected, especially these drug makers and drug device makers. So let's start off the day with the stock like Medtronic today. You're going to see that stock is trading down sharply. It closed at $66 yesterday. Today it's trading at $63.66. Stock like this, which is trading down sharply, can go down as low as, I'm going to say, $58.50. That's the only level I would really be seriously looking at Medtronic today. So keep an eye on that. We'll see if it does get down there, but there's a pretty good support level around $58.60, $58.50 for Medtronic. Another one that we're going to look at today is AstraZeneca. Ticker symbol is AZN. And what you're going to see here is that this stock is trading at $70.82. It closed at $74.68. This is another stock that's trading sharply lower. We're going to have gap levels for this one in the chat room today. So come on over to the intraday stock chat. You'll get a 7-day free trial there, and believe it or not, we're going to give you some gap levels to play this stock. So again, we'll see how that plays out, but this stock is sharply lower before the opening bell today. Let's take a look at another one that we're looking at today. Is ABBV is a ticker symbol, and this is AbbVie. Stock is trading at $58.80. It closed at $55.80. It closed at $58.73. So this is another stock that's getting hit sharply. Traders could watch a couple of levels here, but the one level that entices me the most is right at $50. If this thing sells off sharply, $50 is where you're going to look for your bounce play on AbbVie today. All right, let's take a look at a few different names. CarMax, which is not affected by the inversion, but I'm not sure of the news here, but the stock is selling off sharply. Closed at $52.82. We will have, I believe, gap levels for CarMax today. Yes, and then we'll trade that in the chat room. So come on over. We're not far from it. We're going to be looking to trade CarMax today in the intraday stock chat. Another stock that is catching a huge bid today is CF Industries. It looks like there's some chatter of a merger or potential takeover by a European firm. So again, fertilizer producer CF Industries really catching a big pop. The stock closed at $255.73. Now trading up around $270. So this is a big pop for CF Industries. There's not much we're going to do with this one. If you own this, I would just trail the stop loss. I wouldn't do much else. Let's take a look at Bed Bath Beyond, BBBY. The stock was downgraded this morning, so traders want to be a little bit careful. Not a big move lower. It's trading at $62.50. It closed at $63.69. But I will be looking at this stock today if it can trade down around $55, which I don't really expect to happen. There will be some short-term chart support right around the 62 level. So if you can see that it's already bounced there once. The second time around, I'm not sure if it's going to hold up. The only level I have really after this is around the $54, $70, $55 area, which is still a long way down from here. So again, we'll watch Bed Bath Beyond a little bit today. This is a stock most likely, once we get a pattern, we can trade in the intraday stock chat. So once again, come on over to that. We offer a 7-day free trial. You get to see everything that we're doing, get to see our charts, our screens, and everything else, and you get all of our plays. Let's take a look at Dick's Sporting Goods. DKS is the ticker symbol. This stock is under some pressure today as well. It looks like it closed at $44.49. There's not a lot of volume here, but if this print is correctly, that's telling me the stock is trading around $41.81. DIX has good support around $39.50 if it does get down there today, so watch that level. But right now we are showing a lower print. There's not a lot of volume, so this may not be correct, but in either way, it is appearing on my platforms, and that's all I have to go with in the morning time frame. So the big news today is President Obama is stepping in, and look, these tax inversions are basically coming to an end to some degree. So I think traders want to be aware of that. Just be a little bit careful here. You're going to get a lot of stocks. If you remember, not too long ago, Pfizer was trying to buy AstraZeneca, or at least merge with them, just so that they can have an overseas address. So again, this is going to affect stocks like Pfizer. They won't be able to do this kind of stuff, and you can see the stock is trading down a little bit here. Still a lot of support for Pfizer around the $28 level, but nonetheless, you're seeing these dips taking place in a lot of these big biotechs and these big pharmaceutical stocks today. So keep that on the radar. There should be pretty good action this morning. We also have the futures down a little over 7 points. That's going to be good action. Let's turn our attention now to gold. Gold is trading higher by $8.50. So you can see the GLD really took off to the upside. Was trading above 118.50. Now trading at 117.91. It did close yesterday at 116.85. So good pop for GLD ahead of the opening bell. But this all has to do with dollar yen. So keep an eye on the US dollar index. You also want to keep an eye on dollar yen. When dollar yen starts to rally up, gold will start to come down, and you're going to see the GLD, was higher, and then right around this, I guess it was around 6 o'clock in the morning, 6:50, it started to roll over a little bit. Still up on the day, but again, you have to be very, very careful here because we never know with these currency world. They're very, very choppy. You got a lot of central bank intervention taking place. Crude oil is trading higher today by about 48 cents. Light sweet crude is trading right now at $91.35 a barrel. Good way to trade crude oil, if you don't have a futures account, is to use the USO. Right now, the USO is trading at $34.40. It closed at $34.19 yesterday. Again, be very, very careful with oil. I'm just not seeing a lot of strength. The USO does have some short-term intraday support at around 33.57, but oil has been very, very weak as of late, and I would not rule that out, that oil can't trade lower. It can. So I think I've covered everything that I wanted to get through today. Again, we're going to have quite a few stocks going in the intraday stock chat today, so we have quite a few gap plays. So come on over to the intraday stock chat at 9 o'clock. All those plays will be posted up. Take a 7-day free trial and see what we're made out of. With that being said, everybody have a great trading day, and we will see you on the charts.